Hi everyone, welcome to RaiGoodGood.com. I am Deepak Rai, and today's video we are going to demystify common HTML symbols. These symbols can add flair and functionality to your web pages. So let's dive right in and explore how to use them. First thing first, what are HTML symbols? HTML symbols are special characters or entities that have a specific meaning in a web development, and they are used to display characters that may have a reserved meaning in HTML or to display characters that are not available on a standard keyboard. So here we'll see how we can use HTML symbols in our web pages. So first symbol we are going to see here the ampersand and entity code. This is the most important symbol in HTML is the ampersand. So ampersand it means here we have to write just like this. And to add this in HTML entity, for example, if we want to add LT, so lower than or it means the symbol. So we cannot directly add it within our HTML. If I want to add greater than, then I have to write it add ampersand and GT, that is greater than. So the symbol. We cannot directly add within our HTML code. So these codes are essential for displaying reserved character in HTML. Now we'll see practically how we can build this within our HTML pages. So let's start with writing HTML syntax, which contains HTML open and close tag. So if you don't know the format of HTML, please refer my previous video. I will add the playlist URL in description tab so that it will be easy for you to refer it. Now here I have to define head and title. So here rather than defining title, I will just include simple syntax like head, and within this head I want to define the symbol. So I'm just using symbol or maybe HTML symbol. This is perfect. And after that I want to add as body. So within this body, if I wanted to add as some some comparison, it means between two numbers. So that I cannot directly define it. For doing this comparison, I have to use HTML and person code. So here we'll add those of body, and finally, let's say I want to define as 3 is less than 4. So for showing this, I have to write it down and person LT so that it will show 3 is less than 4. So let me save this and see if I want to define a symbol.html as an extension name. Now, whenever we are opening this here, either we have to select this key. Let me open it from this, and here I wanted to see HTML, and from here this page will be open. So here we have added the title and then 3 is less than 4. So it means 4 is greater than 3. This is how we can write it down. Now, other than that, we have also lot more symbols which we wanted to showcase that I will cover in detail each of the sections. So here, let's say I want to define copyright symbol. So for defining the copyright symbol, we will use the common HTML tags. That common HTML tags will be noted or showcased by using different items. So here, let me showcase some of the copyright. So to showcase copyright, I have to write it down and copy and by Gurukul.com. Now this will showcase. Let me see this and then I'll refresh the page and I will have this copyright symbol will be available. Now exactly same way, if I wanted to showcase trade, so trade symbol, if company is trading, so instead of copy, we'll write it down here, T. So I have to write it down trade, save this, and then refresh the page and you will have trade symbol. Just add break, BR, and here we have to add semicolon. Exactly same way we have to define as trade as well. Let's see this and then we will get the options. Now you can see TM by Ragul. Exactly same way if I wanted to define as the register. So here again we'll copy and paste exactly same code. Let me add BR here as well so that we will have all those titles at one place. So if I wanted to define as register, which will showcase register, then again we'll use save and refresh the code. Now you can see registered by ragurkul.com. Next actions I wanted to showcase times. So it means multiplication symbol. So multiplication symbol, if I wanted to showcase, then exactly same way we'll copy and paste here as times. Now you'll see the differences in detail. Whatever I wanted to write it down, I will use this. This is the multiplication symbol which we are using. If I wanted to write it down division, though, again I will copy and paste the same code and here instead of times I will write it down divide. So divide, save this, refresh the page and again you can see divide symbol is available. And if I wanted to showcase smart codes, so smart code, if I wanted to add, simply I will write it down here and percent and then the difference is ID, it means LD and QUO, that is codes. And so this again I want to write it down. The second one, it means double quotes. So here I have to define RDQUO, RDQUO. Now once I will save this and refresh the page, we will have those codes are available. Now you can see upper codes and lower codes, both these codes are available. That is the smart codes. If I wanted to showcase dash, so for showing the dash, simply we have to write it down am dash. So instead of times, we'll use am dash. Now exactly same way we'll use and dash. It means English dash. En dash I mean. So here we'll modify and dash. Now let's save and see this on page. Now you can see by Ragukul and it means and hyphen or dash. Next actions, if I want to add the non-breaking, then specify NBSP. So here we'll use again and percent NBSP for non-breaking space, useful for adding extra spaces. So %NBSP here we'll use it for adding multiple spaces. So you can add as many as spaces you want to add. You have to just define it and you will see the difference on web page. Now you can see this is showing exactly 2 space here. Now this is how we can use these symbols to make our web pages attractive and we will be able to showcase the differences. So and% code is normally used to represent the double quotations. So if I want to use the double quotations, simply I will write it down here. So and% quote and then symbol, and I wanted to showcase this as well so that we will see the difference. Now whenever we'll add this and refresh this page, we'll have double quotes. So exactly same way we can use it for this, exactly same like this. Apostrophe, if we want to use to represent a single quotation mark, then we are using apostrophe. So for writing this, we'll copy and paste it APOS, APOS, and again, if I wanted to add it at the end of it, so this sentence or this text will be available within apostrophe. So single quote will be applied in both the sides. Now we have covered many. So let's recap it. We have covered lower than and greater than symbol, copy, trademark, register, and all those multiplication options. And finally, we have covered some of the special characters like dash, double quotes, single quotes, and all this. Now, if I wanted to represent some currency, so how we can add the currency icon? So for adding this currency icon, here we have to define and %. If I wanted to add euro, so here euro semicolon, and then we will use as euro, and finally I'm adding as break. Now if I will save it, let's do it for the dollar as well, or maybe a pound. So here I wanted to showcase and %pound, so that is showing the pound sterling pound I can see. So here I wanted to add and% POUND, and here we have to define sterling pound. So I will just write it down one text here, and then refresh the page. We'll have both the symbols available. Now if I wanted to add N sign, that is Chinese currency. So here we will use exactly similar way like euro and pound to add N. So here we'll just specify N, and we will have this currency also available in our page. Now exactly same way we have to represent dollar currency symbol. So instead of N, we will just write it down here as dollar. So we will change this to dollar, and instead of euro we'll specify dollar as text. Again we will change here as well. Well, now save this and refresh this page. You will have the updated one. Even we can specify cent. So if I wanted to specify the cent, we'll copy and paste exactly same code, and here we will use cent, and we'll use cent symbol. Now this will have almost everything related with symbol. We have some other mathematical or geometrical operations to represent section symbol. So whenever we wanted to add section symbol, we'll just copy and paste exactly similar type of keyword or tags which we are using. So here we will use SECT. And whenever you're writing, you will get all those options easily available. So SECT we are adding here, but we wanted to change the text as well. So here we'll have sections, refresh speed, and we'll have section. Now, if I wanted to add geometrical operations like degree, so we wanted to showcase some temperature and all, then how we'll define it? So here we'll add DEG, and instead of this, we'll add degree. Now this will be also available. After that, when we wanted to add horizontal ellipses, that is three dots. So how we'll use it? Normally we are showing this as a part of helix. So we are calling this in terms of programming. So this is presenting horizontal ellipses. So here we will just change this to helix instead of degree and ellipses. We'll specify here ellipse. Now let's see this and run this flow. You can see degree is also available and we have this code. Let me change this. Instead of uppercase, we have to just write the lowercase and then we'll have the degree also available. Now we have targeted everything which might be required in terms of HTML programming. These symbols will help us to make our website visual. Now let's understand accessibility and best practices. It's important to ensure that your symbols are accessible to all users. Some symbols like arrows and currency symbols can be problematic for screen reader. We should use semantic HTML elements whenever possible and provide alternative text when necessary. This will be very much important whenever some of the browsers are not supporting these type of symbol. We can also showcase at least text. Now we have learned how to use common HTML symbols and entity code to enhance our web pages. Symbols can make our content more engaging and informative. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more development tutorials. Thank you for watching.